up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. Welcome to a new segment called The Burn Zone. And you're in the Burn Zone. Now, there's an article right now up in CBS Sports from Tom Fornelli, how he says the SEC, they don't deserve the benefit of the doubt anymore. And I'm sitting here like, wow, it took you 10 years to figure this out? It took you 10 years to figure this out. You're 10 years too late, but I'm glad he's at the damn party. It's a great article, and it really talks to the way that the sports media, the narratives, the people who have the microphone, the biggest platforms, how they can perpetuate a myth, but when you're seeing it with your own eyes and you start to question it, now it diminishes that league's power. And I'll go ahead and I'll put it out here. And this was a quote. Now, in 2024, the SEC only got 3 teams into the field. It cried about the strength of schedule not getting enough consideration. And, I mean, I told you the same thing a year ago. You had people like Greg Sankey, you had people like Nick Saban. They were out there saying that a 3-loss SEC team is more like a 1-loss team in any other conference, which is not true. And what they were really trying to do, they were trying to go ahead and manipulate the game like they did this year. But because they couldn't do it and they couldn't get their way, they cried like bitches. I will give the game away to you for free. Anytime you hear the T word, when people talk about football and the T word is tradition, you know you're being lied to. The commissioner, Greg Sankey, and Nick Saban, and anybody who was associated with this league, they were telling you that this was so much of a difficult league. Yeah, they were telling you that. And now, when you can sit here and look at the disparaging in this season, 2-7, and bowl games, and then last year they didn't do anything, now you can unequivocally say Nick Saban is a liar. You can tell him he's a liar. You can sit up here and tell him he's full of shit. These people should not be worshipped. I don't worship nobody. And I don't sit here and dance and cut jigs for no one. This man, Nick Saban, he coached in the Big Ten. He coached Michigan State. He didn't win jack diddly shit. He ran down to LSU in an inferior conference. And then he came up and he won a national title. He fled and went to Florida and Miami. He ran out of the pros, and then he ran up on another program that was destitute, which was Alabama. And then he started up his program of locking kids up where you couldn't go nowhere and they just would hoard talent. That's what happened. That's his legacy. And so much so, in 2022, he came to Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC, and he said, I cannot win like this. When he said that, that was coded language. When he said, I cannot win like this, that means I cannot win on a level playing field when everybody has the same weaponry. Come on now, talk about it. Don't do this, bro. Don't do this. I get your feelings hurt real fast. How much more of an advantage did they need? Because right now, they had 5 teams in the SEC playoffs. Despite Alabama, they didn't deserve to be there. They did not deserve to be there. And I kept telling you, they only found a way to play each other. Alabama could have played Oregon. They chose not to. Ole Miss could have played Miami. They chose not to. But I'll go ahead and give you this, some food for thought. Miami, they've eliminated 40% of the SEC teams in the field. And yeah, you can kick that one around to your friends and they'll look at you like you're a genius. 8 SEC teams among 24 to make the field through 2 seasons of the 12-team college football playoff, and those SEC teams have gone 5-8. They've made up 33% of the field over 2 seasons, but only have accounted for 25% of the semifinals and 0% of the finals. The league's wins have come against teams like Arizona State, Clemson, and Tulane, Georgia, and Oklahoma. So 40% of the league's wins come against itself. It's 3-6 outside of the SEC and playoff games. Again, these people play each other. They're good at playing each other. They do this through the regular season. They don't take chances. You've heard me repeatedly on this program say that the SEC wants you to go ahead and play other hard teams. And then when you take a loss, now they say, oh, well, because they lost to them, now that makes my case stronger to get their playoff spot. Why is it that everybody has to do the most and then jeopardize their season when you don't even have to? You just go ahead and get the benefit of the doubt. Them days is over, bro. This day is over. The whole damn league got 30 pieced up. Now, you look at the out-of-conference record amongst the Power Four over the last 3 seasons, we see the SEC isn't head and shoulders ahead of its peers there either. The fact that 3 of the Power Four are at 500 or better, and it's the ACC that has shoulders the lion's share of the losses in such games. Though the ACC's record is slightly better, if we remove Notre Dame, the league has 6-17 against the Irish. That last 3 years has 35-48 against the Power Four conferences. The Big 12 is slightly with higher wins than the SEC, though far fewer games. And with the SEC playing only 8 conference games every year, it has more opportunities to schedule non-conference contests against Power 4 teams than the Big 12. The SEC finally decides to play non-conference games to get away from playing everybody else. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm telling you this was a scam, I've been calling this a scam since 2015. If I'm telling you that this was a scam 10 years ago and he's just now waking up, CBS Sports and their crowd, he's just like he's the canary in the coal mine for them, this has to be egregious at this point. This has to be egregious. And you came here because this is no nonsense. Not only do we give you defenses, offenses, what it takes to stop, the counters, the other counters. That is why you come here. We don't watch TV. If you watch TV, you're not going to make it on this podcast. We read, we tell you where we got these from, we give you the authors, and then we go ahead and we dissect the pieces. And right now, it's not just me coming for the SEC. It's what everybody sees. It's what everybody sees, and you can't storytell your way out of this. You can't storytell your way out of this. This is burn. Again, you're in the burn zone, and this is Big Vern.